Hi guys, Mark here. I'm just going to create a short video to show some of the product screens that have been worked on that are coming at the end of this month. As a sort of sneak peek, we were going through this in a call earlier this week, and the guys were like, "Okay, let's share this on social media because it looks pretty cool." This isn't a rehearsed video, so it's going to go on for a bit, and I might waffle in places. But if you've got spare 10 minutes and you want to get a sneak peek, then please have a watch this video. Let me share my screen. So I'm going to share some Figma designs and Figma's used by our design and front end team. So let's start off with sort of flow, sign up flow for the crypto payment rail. So this is your homepage of STV, if you can see it on the screen here. And yeah, you can see schedule and broadcast. And we don't want to change that. We don't want to change that value proposition of one click to broadcast. We're going to keep that right there. And then if you want to set up your payment rail on the top right hand corner, you can see the dollar sign. Takes you into this kind of, you might call sort of product marketing page with the kind of benefits of it. So enable audience contributions with fast, secure payouts via Stripe, and then earn more, keep 90% of all contributions. Just to know, we talked about this before, but Streamr is going to take 7.5% to cover costs. 3.5% is going to Stripe. Stripe is expensive. There are cheaper payment rails, including crypto, obviously. So we'll be introducing those in the roadmap next year. And then 90% go to content creators. We want to get as much back to content creators as possible because, well, for obvious reasons, really. But that, at the moment, that's in line with Kip and much better than Twitch, which is kind of more in the 50% region. Depends on the revenue monetization product that they're using, but it's roughly about 50% of Twitch, so it's good. And then earnings for all creators, teams, and causes can earn from any broadcast. So I'm going to talk more about this in a moment, but essentially there's now three personas in StreamrTV. There's the broadcaster, the viewer, and then there's the merchant. And we sort of pulled the merchant apart from the broadcaster because we wanted to keep that one click to live stream value prop. And we also did it for sort of regulatory and legal reasons. There were certain jurisdictions, USA included, and some countries in Northern Europe whereby direct tipping of a broadcaster isn't legal, and so we've kind of separated out the merchant for that reason. It sort of de-risks us a bit. But just to note as well, the way that works is a third-party merchant will come in and they can set up their own account, or the broadcaster can set up an account on their own behalf. So you can raise money for yourself as a content creator and broadcaster. But then what's going to happen is all of those merchants are going to sit in the sort of library in a drop-down menu in the product. So, for future broadcasters that want to raise for WWF will already be set up in StreamrTV. They can go and select WWF and then away to go. So the use case, as in that particular example, might be like doing a fun run or a marathon, and you want to raise, $2,000 or euros or pounds for WWF and live streaming one. That's the kind of thing with regards to that use case. Let's look a little bit more in terms of product screens. Here you can see open a merchant account, so setup, and then log in with your email, 2FA, with the code sent to your email. And then you've got this menu, top right-hand corner here, so dashboard, profile, products, and then you've got this kind of simple dashboard that shows earnings raised, when the payout's happening, and you can see more details of it here. And yeah, this is the profile page, so you can create your own merchant profile. And then this part is quite important. So what's actually happening with the tipping product is the broadcasters are buying a digital product, which we call super balloons, and the super balloons are awarded by the viewer in the chat message stream, which I'll show you in a moment what that looks like. And so the merchant is essentially selling these digital products, these super balloons. And what you can see is you can customize your super balloon as a merchant, as a seller of these digital products. So here you can see an image of a panda related back to WWF, obviously, but you can customize this as you so wish. Okay, so that's a bit about the payment rail. Let's just go back to the beginning. We'll find the next board, and I will show you Okay, so this is one of the viewer angles. You'll have seen this before in the products, but then what you can see that's new, we've shared this on X already, but just to give you an overview. Again, this is like built as a plugin. You'll have heard me talk about plugin architecture on the build and public calls. Actually spoken about it a lot as well, but we have this chat message kind of feature fixed on the right-hand side as a plugin, and there you can see the super balloons being awarded by Baba Yaga in this instance, $10 worth. Keep going, great. And then what's new as well is you can see this kind of overlay chat feature, which the viewer can now put on the top of the screen as well. So that's new. We think that's really nice. And yeah, there's various situations of this which I probably don't need to go into right now, but you can see how you buy and send it here with a message, and that's how the kind of super balloon, super thanks side of things work. Here you can see a full screen where the viewer has hit the full screen button. The chat message is still here, bottom left-hand corner. I believe that's going to be optional, so they can even turn that off if they want. But yeah, just to give you an idea of what that might look like. This page here, we're not actually going to execute at the end of September, for reasons I won't bore you with now, but this is like a channel type page where you've got all the past recordings for a given broadcaster and a thumbnail. We'll do this at some point. This is going to come later than what we're referring to as MVP2. But I thought I'd share now because this does look quite nice, so looking forward to getting to that. What else to show you? Yeah, let's have a look down here. There's a few buttons here to show you. So this shows you we're back to the broadcaster view now. So this shows you kind of setup of a broadcast. You can one-click to live stream, but if you want to go into more detail about how you're broadcasting, then this is the setup. This actually, if I just scroll up, this is this button here. So this kind of settings button, and you can see, you can choose different microphones, cameras, display quality, SD, HD, UHD, plugins, which I'll show you in a moment, recording, report. So plugins, some of these first features are built as plugins. We're not opening up plugins just yet because we've got more work to do in terms of the docs for developers coming in. But that's going to be a fast follow-on, hopefully. But recording, that's your recording flow. So you click that button and you would go into this menu here. And what you can see is public or private, start recording. And then there's various other kind of menus for broadcasters so they can customize it as they see fit. And the way that we're going to host video recordings for the time being is on your home page. You're going to see upcoming live streams, and last month will be all listed out below. And the recording button's there, so click that, and then it will open and browse the recording of that, so you can go back and re-watch at a later stage. Just to mention as well, I don't think this is coming out at the end of September. It's going to be, again, a fast follow-on, but this is what the plugin is going to look like for the broadcaster. So it shows you what plugins you have selected, top left-hand corner there, which I think is a really nice, clean, easy-to-use design and UX solution. So a bit more on plugins, just to show you what that's going to look like. Sort of broadcaster side. So this is the flow for plugins, and we've seen this menu already. It's this settings menu. Click plugin, and then what you're going to get is this kind of plugins navigation type menu. You can search plugins by name, my plugins, ones that have already been selected for use for a given live stream, discovery, and then you can add plugins as well. So this will take you into the flow, which is add a new plugin, obviously. And then, various other kind of options here around plugins, but that gives you an idea of what that might look like. So just to bring that to life a bit, there's another sort of design there. So like the discovery, it's going to have a simple kind of listing of plugins. And obviously at launch, we're not going to have many external plugins, so this is going to be fairly blank, but these will come with time as community developers get more and more involved and build some features for us there, which is great. And just to bring that to life a bit, you know, each plugin is going to have its own kind of real estate and sort of card summarizing what it is. So this is called Stream Stickers, used by more than 1 million broadcasters. Stream Stickers is the best way to drive high view engagement, etc., etc. So, and then there's the ad button. So there you go. That's it. I did that as quickly as I could. Hope that all made sense. It's a bit of a sneak peek. We're aiming for end of September with this. It's coming along in the background, and yeah, that's file recording, chat messaging, plugins, and of course the crypto, the payment rail. Okay, thanks guys. Join us on the next Build in Public call and speak to me in Petri. I'm going to tell you the latest. Okay, thank you.